Welcome, Iba. Iba, are you hearing?
I can hear you, Mister.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Thank you very much. Okay, so today, inshallah, the lesson only will be for art students. يعني لكم أنتم طلاب الأدبي. If you have the books, please go to page 61. Page 61. Arts 9. Yes. الدرس التاسع من دروس طلاب القسم الأدبي. Actually, today is like, can you look? What are you going to study?
Yes, a poem.
Yeah, it's like a poem, poem. Yes. So before we start, I need to discuss some questions with you. Abdullah, I start with you. Do you like poetry? Poetry يعني الشعر. Look, خلينا نفصلها الآن لأن الشيء هذا مهم. في فرق ما بين poem, poetry, and poet. So, poem, what is poem?
قصيدة.
poem القصيدة نفسها. poetry شعر بشكل عام. poet اللي هو شاعر. Yeah, so this is the main difference. لازم الثلاث الكلمات هاي لازم تفرقوا فيها لأن اشتقاقها مهم جدا. So here, poem, poetry, and poet. Yes. So here, the first question, Abdullah, do you like poetry?
Yes, teacher, I do.
Great. What about you, Iba?
No, not really.
Oh, you don't read poetry. Look, because you are in the art section. You should like novels, stories, anything.
I do like, but like I love reading, but not like that kind.
Yeah, so you prefer reading something like story, novels, or you don't like poetry, right?
Right.
Okay, there is another question, but it's like similar to this question, but a little bit different in some ways. Do you usually read English or Arabic poetry? I mean, maybe you don't like it, but sure, maybe you study some poetry in school. This is obligatory. You have to study it. Sometimes you like some kind of poetry, either in Arabic or in English. Yes, Abdullah, can I hear your comments?
Yes, teacher, I like Arabic poetry.
Okay, so what kind of poetry? Because now, you know, we have classical, we have modern poetry. في شعر حديث وشعر كلاسيكي اللي ملتزم بالوزن والقافية. الآن ظهر شعر جديد.
الشعر الكلاسيكي الفصيح.
شعر التفعيلة.
الشعر الكلاسيكي الفصيح.
كلاسيكالي لازم يكون في وزن وقافية وهاي الأشياء شيء موزون. Yes.
Exactly.
The same question will be for you, Iba.
I love Arabic, specifically Egyptian.
Oh, great! But classical Egyptian, because you know, I know like Hafiz Ibrahim, like a lot.
No,
of...
I don't think the classic. I think the modern. I don't know it's modern or classic, but yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Who is your favorite Arabic poet?
Kuwait.
His name is Kuwait.
What the question was?
The name of your favorite Arabic poet or Egyptian poet. I mean, he's famous. You like his writing?
I think Hisham al-Kekh. This is his name.
So he is young or old poet? I mean, classical or young? Modern,
I think yeah, لا, I think he's old. I don't know.
Yeah, but what kind
No,
of
no, he's not old. He's not that old.
Yeah, but
No.
he usually writes like classical poetry. I mean, we have like rhythm and intonation, في وزن وقافية, or just like modern poetry. Just
I think the classic and the modern too. He usually speak in the like Saidi way. There's the Said
yeah,
side.
yes, it's in their
Yeah.
dialect.
So yeah, I like how he's talk, and yeah.
Great, thank you. It's a good thing. Nice, Iba. Abdullah, so the same, you will tell us about your favorite poet, either in Arabic or in English.
I like Hassan bin Thabit.
This is the poet of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's very, very, very classical. It was at the time of
Yes.
Islam, Sadr al-Islam, I mean, in this period. Great. Abdullah, you don't like, I mean, any kind of modern poetry? Or, I mean,
No, I'm more into classical.
yeah,
Classic
so you
poetry.
prefer, yes, classical ones. Okay, let's go to English. So, you know Shakespeare, right, Abdullah?
Yes.
Yeah, so anything, I mean, a few weeks or a couple of weeks ago, we have started something, but it was like a play, مسرحية, for Shakespeare.
Yes, I remember it. Yes,
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah, but this is not a poetry. It's a kind of drama or other thing. But Shakespeare is a poet also. هو شاعر أيضا. So anything, or I mean, have you read any kind of poetry for English poets or Shakespeare himself or any other one?
No,
English.
not really. But I feel I should. It could be good for my English, to practice English
Yes,
better.
yes. Thanks, Abdullah. Iba, have you ever read any poetry in English?
I think I did.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think I did.
what can you remember about that, or you can't?
No, I don't think no, I can't.
Yeah. Okay, I will tell you something. Thank you very much for all of your discussion here. I like that. So here, when we talk about poetry or the time of Shakespeare in the 15th, 16th centuries, in that time, the English language was somehow different. مع اللغة الإنجليزية كانت مختلفة في القواعد، في بعض الكلمات. في القرن الخامس عشر والسادس عشر ايام شكسبير وهذه الايام. فالان اللغه الانجليزيه اللي يدرسوها الان تختلف كثيرا في القواعد، في النطق، في الكلمات، في الاستخدام اكثر شيء من اللغه الانجليزيه اللي كانت موجوده في القرن السادس عشر والخامس عشر وغيره. فتلاحظوا انه صعب انك تقرا شعر انجليزي في كلمات ما تفهمها، كلمات كلها كلاسيكيه ولم تعد مستخدمه في وقتنا الحالي. لكن درس اليوم او القصيده المنتقاه في درس اليوم it's not that difficult. So here it is called Leisure, William Henry. So William Henry, he lived between 1871 and 1940. So maybe he died like 80 years ago, I think, about.
Yes.
Yeah, like this. So this one, or this kind of poetry, it's like simple and short. You see, this is the whole poem. هي كل القصيدة. It's not that long. So before we start reading, we have some new vocabulary. Maybe this vocabulary will help us understand the meaning. Yes. So leisure, you will help me in translation.
Oh.
Leisure, it means وقت الفراغ, your leisure time, your free time. You call it leisure. What do you usually do in your leisure time? So leisure time, it is the same meaning of free time. هاي مهم جدا، لازم تركزوا على هاي الثلاث الكلمات. poem قصيدة، poetry شعر، poet شاعر. هذا الفرق، الاشتقاق بين هاي الكلمات. اوكي stare
نظرة.
يحدق، ينظر بتركيز، يحدق أو ينظر بتركيز. stare. star اللي هو نجم، stare يحدق. bows look bows. GH silent.
أغصان.
فروع yes. يعني branch فرع من الشجرة.
branches. Yes.
bows the same meaning, but this word is not used in modern English. So it's like ancient or very old English word. Squirrels, a kind of animals. سناجب جمع سنجاب. Squirrels. Yes. Streams. small river يعني جدول أو نهر صغير. Yeah, streams بس هاي بصيغة الجمع راح تكون جداول. Yes. يعني مياه عشان تذكروا ايش هي. It's not casual. Okay, enrich as a verb here. Enrich.
I don't know.
Rich معناها غني. Enrich.
فقير.
Yes, إبا.
يثري. sorry.
يثري أو يغني بهذا المعنى. Enrich. مثلا أحيانا تستخدم لها استخدام مجازي. أقول you should enrich your English vocabulary. مش معناته إنه تغنيها بالفلوس، يعني تغنيها تكون لغتك أو تحفظ كلمات أكثر. إثراء. Yes. So طبعا هاي معظم الكلمات اللي somehow little bit different. طيب تلاحظوا من خلال هاي الكلمات القصيدة هاي تتحدث عن ماذا يعني مضمونها طالما الكلمات هاي موجودة فيها. So you think it talks about what?
It talks about nature.
Yes, Abdullah. Again, sorry.
It talks about nature.
Yeah, related to nature. تعلق بالطبيعة. So this is William Henry Davis. This is his a photo for him, I think. Yes. So I'm going to play. بخليكم تسمعوها بصوت شخص إنجليزي مسجلة، هي موجودة في الموقع. نرجع نشرحها بشكل موسع. Yes.
Leisure by William Henry Davis. What?
1 minute to make this. Yeah, it's okay.
What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. No time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as sheep or cows. No time to see when woods we pass, where squirrels hang their nuts in grass. No time to see in broad daylight streams full of stars like skies at night. No time to turn and please glance, watch her feet how they can dance. No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began. A poor life this, if full of care. We have no time to stand and stare.
So I'm sorry because maybe the voice wasn't high enough. I don't know because it's from the website itself. But I think you heard something here.
Yeah,
so,
we heard it from
let's go back to the book. And you will start reading stanza by stanza. What does it mean, stanza? طبعا اللي راح منكم يتخصص ادب انجليزي او يدرس انجليزي منكم راح يستفيد من درس اليوم كثير. stanza معناها مقطع او جزء من قصيده. ايش نسميه بالعربي؟
مقطع.
يعني ايش يقسموها انتم تدرسوا باللغه العربيه يعني جزء من القصيده او مقطع رايت؟
بيت
لا بيت المقطع عباره عن مجموعه عده ابيات احيانا يكون
ايوه اللي هو بيبقوا بيتين قدام بعض.
يعني مقطع stanza. Yes. So let's see now. Iba, you will read the first stanza.
Okay. اقرا على طول ولا؟
No, just the first part. Yes.
What is the life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare.
See, because we have care, stare. بعدين المقطع الثاني تختلف القافية. Bows, cows, here, pass, grass, light, night, glance, dance. يعني هي حتى في اللغة الإنجليزية في حكاية وزن وقافية. لأن الوزن والقافية هي عبارة الشعر هو إحساس محرك بالمشاعر، لازم يكون في شيء يكسر الملل. Yes. So here, what if this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare. يبقى ايش فهمتي من هذا المقطع؟ ايش يقصد يعني؟ What does he mean?
What it means? It's me. I guess that we like so busy that we don't stand and stare and look at the natural.
Exactly. So I mean, in this life we are so busy. Just work, study. I mean, we are busy about our lives. We don't have time to relax and go to the nature. Just for to make a kind of peace with yourself, a kind of contemplation, ta'ammul. Yeah, this is the modern life. يعني تصوروا انه الشاعر عاش في هاي الفترة وما كان موجود شغل مثل ما هو موجود الآن. No internet, no technology, no so much work like these days. لو عاش الآن ايش راح يكتب لو عاش في القرن ال21 وشاف كيف وضعنا. Okay, thanks Eva. Abdullah, we'll go to the second part.
No time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as sheep and cows.
Yeah, so here stand beneath. Beneath means under, يعني تحت ظل.
Just like in the photo.
أحيانا نستخدموها استخدام مجازي. يقول ما ينفعش تقول under the umbrella of تحت ظلال كذا، أو تقول under the beneath of برعاية أو تحت. So here and stare as long as sheep or cows. So here the poet calls for peace with soul. يعني نوع من الراحة النفسية يعني مع روحك مع نفسك. You go to the nature and you forget about your problems and about life in general like this. Iba, in the third part also.
No time to see when woods we pass, when squirrels hide their nuts in grass.
Yeah, thanks. So here he says there is no time to see. ما فيش حتى معنا وقت انه نشوف ايش when woods we pass. احيانا نمر عبر الغابات. Sometimes you travel by bus, sometimes you travel by train, by tramway. You go through a lot of green areas. يعني نمر هناك يعني حتى بس احنا مشغولين يعني تفكيرنا مشغول. We are very busy. We don't have time to focus on the details of nature. We are busy with our problems. Yes. So here, when we okay, where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. هنا هو خصص نوع محدد من الحيوانات اللي هي السناجب اللي تخفي المكسرات تبعها داخل الأعشاب. برأيكم ايش دلالة اختيار squirrels؟ ما قال شوف هنا قال sheep and cows، حدث عنهم صح. but here عندما نمر في الغابات احيانا يكون عادة الابقار والاغنام هي قريبة من المساكن اللي يسكن فيها الناس، فيها معيشة يعني. لكن الغابات عبارة عادة بعيدة ما فيها ابقار، الابقار تكون تربية قريبة من الاهالي. طيب ايش دلالة ذكر السناجب هنا دون اي حيوانات اخرى يعني برايكم؟
I believe like he lived in a place where he saw squirrels daily.
Good idea. Maybe عبد الله أحيانا الشاعر يتأثر بالبيئة اللي يعيش فيها. Maybe he lived in an area we have some squirrels.
Yes, that's what inspired him.
Yeah. He was inspired by squirrels, and he pointed that in his poetry, reflected that in his poetry. انعكس ذلك في شعره يعني. nuts ما أعرف إيش العلاقة يعني إنه هم يسرقوا مكسرات من المحلات أو من الأماكن ويروحوا يخفوها هناك عشان يأكلوها. This is what he means. Yes. Thanks. So Abdullah here.
No time to see in broad daylight. Streams full of stars like skies at night.
وتلاحظ إنه كلمة no time مكررة أكثر من مرة. وأنتم عارفين no time here, no time to stand, no time to see, no time to stand, to turn, no time to wait. العبرة هي كلمة no time. درستوا أنتم في اللغة العربية even Arabic poetry when the poet repeats something there is an indication for that. في مؤشر، في سبب يعني ليش يكرر كلمات معينة. no time وكأنه يعني المشكلة هي إنه في الوقت، إنه ما في وقت عشان نعمل كل هاي الشغلات اللي قال عليها. So here no time to see in broad daylight. streams هنا ما فيش وقت نشوفه أضواء النهار. streams full of stars like skies at night. طبعا هنا في تضاد ما بين البيت الأول والثاني أو الجزء من البيت الأول والجزء من البيت الثاني. مين انتبه لهذا الشيء؟ إيش هو؟ في تضاد يعني. It's a kind of opposition in this part. كلمة daylight and here night. يعني في فرق ما بين الليل والنهار. في النهار موجود ضوء الشمس، في الليل تنعكس أو تتلألأ النجوم على أسطح الجداول أو الأنهار، الجداول الصغيرة. Yes. So, Iba, next part.
No time to turn a beauty glance and watch her feet how they can dance.
Yes, so here beauty's glance وشبه هي استعارة مكنية مثل ما تعرفوا بالعربي. شبه glance يعني لمحة، يعني كأنه الجمال له ملامح. and watch her feet وكأنه شوف قال beauty's glance hair حتى إنه الجمال شبهه بأنه هي كلمة مذكرة بالعربي لكن هنا اعتبرها كأنه شيء مؤنث بس إنه جميل. watch her feet how they can dance. يعني هذا شوف في تشخيص وفيه يعني استعارة مكنية وهاي الأشياء البلاغية اللي تعرفوها درستوها في العربي. Yes. Yes, Abdullah, next.
No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began.
Yeah. So هو كلمة هنا كلمة beauty تلاحظ إنه ما أتى ما بعدها كأنه يحكي على كلمة beauty وكأنها يعني رمز للشيء المؤنث، حتى إنه ما ذكر اسم معين، هو قال beauty معناها جمال، بس كأنه هذا الجمال جمال مؤنث في نظره. Yes. So here also no time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began. Here أساس إنه الفم يثري أو يضيف جمال that smile her eyes began للابتسامة التي بدأتها. يعني تلاحظ إنه كأنه يريد يقول لماذا لا نتأمل في جمال بشكل عام، جمال الطبيعة أو أي جمال في نظره. So the last one, Iba.
A poor life this is if, full of care, we have no time to stand and stare.
Oh, a poor life this. We are full of care. If full of care, we have no time to stand and stare. لاحظوا إنه هاي مكررة نفس الشيء اللي في البيت الأول، يعني البيت الأول والبيت الأخير مكرر. Yes, right. طيب بشكل عام يعني أنا ممكن أفسر هاي القصيدة بشكل معين. الناقد المتخصص في النقد الأدبي ينظر إلى هاي القصيدة وإلى كل كلمة فيها بشكل معين. So there's a difference. احنا درسنا النقد والنقاد وهاي الأشياء. So أترك لكم المجال الآن. What does the poet want to say? إيش الرسالة اللي بده يوصلها لنا؟ What is the moral lesson of this poetry? Is it just, I mean, for reading and enjoying, just for leisure or pleasure, or he would like just to tell us something important in our lives? Yes, Abdullah, what do you think?
I think the poet was trying to say that people these days don't have time to stand and appreciate nature and its beauty.
Great, nice, thanks. Iba, any idea?
I agree with Abdullah. I have the same opinion as him.
Yeah, thanks. I also agree with you, with both of you. So here, the William Henry just wanted to tell us that, I mean, the problem is in our time in this life. So we are busy with this life, busy at work, busy with studying or any other things in our lives. So imagine in this period, he has written, I mean, this kind of poetry. But imagine if he is living now among us, he would say what?
He will
say
say
a lot
the
more.
same thing.
The same thing, but I mean the same thing, but the strength of his words will be more. تكون قوة كلماته
Modern.
أكثر. Yeah.
More modern. Okay.
Yeah, because يعني تصور في هذاك الوقت وكان الناس يعني مو مشغولين بهذا التكنولوجيا والحاجات اللي انشغلنا فيها هذه الأيام. لو يجي الآن يشوفنا 24 ساعة قاعدين مع الجوال ووسائل التواصل الاجتماعي وهذه الأشياء. So this will be different. He will not talk about sheep, cows, squirrels. Just he will say Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, blah blah blah. It's something different. Yes. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Before we just I'll tell you something on your workbook. Just we have a few questions. It's not that much. On page 93 here. Here we have some. Let's start with this one because it's very important. We have like 3 sentences. Which one? I give you like 1 minute to read them quickly and to tell me which sentence best summarizes the meaning of this poem. Okay, 1 minute. To choose only one. Choose only one sentence.
Teacher, I think number 3, or that's
Abdullah focused
how
on
you
number 3. What about
I go with
Eva?
number 2.
2. Okay, so I will tell you something here. When we talk about number 1, even no one of you has chosen number 1 because number 1 is a little bit general and far away from the main point. I agree with you because life doesn't have any meaning unless we have time to relax. He didn't focus on relaxing. He focused on the nature and enjoying the beauty of nature. So this one should be excluded. لازم تستبعدوها 100%. And this is a good thing that you have done. Let's go to 2 and 3. They are
both feel like they're correct.
very close to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here they talk about nature is beautiful, but we must take time to look at it. We must forget our worries at times and see the beauty of nature. Yeah, they are very close to each other, but I feel that number 3 is because he focused on here forget our worries and see the beauty. Yeah, this is. Yeah, okay, so whatever, 2 or 3, both of them are very close, but I think number 3, it will be, very, very, very close to that summarizes the meaning of the poem, exactly, yes. Okay, in question number 1, I think we discussed most of them. Why do sheep and cows have time to stare? Why do sheep and cows have time to stare? يعني كأنه يقول لك ليش الأبقار والغنم عندهم وقت يحدقوا في الطبيعة وهالأشياء وإحنا ما عندنا يعني. Because they are animals, because they don't have mind.
Yeah, because that's their nature and that's how they live.
So you mean if the human mind could make the problems for him? If he doesn't have mind, he will make like he will behave like animals and look at the nature. Yeah, maybe it's a somehow different. Why do squirrels hide their nuts?
So they can eat them in winter.
Yes, and also maybe they are afraid of
not finding any more food.
they're afraid of human. يعني خايفين من البشر إنه لو شافهم البشر بياكلوها عليهم. Maybe the problem is this one. Yes. How can streams be full of stars? طبعا هذا تعبير مجازي. كيف ممكن تكون جداول مليئة بالنجوم؟ إبا, do you have idea what does he mean here?
What?
How can streams be full of stars? You know, streams, it's like water, and the stars are in the sky. How could that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, in fact, it's when there is moonlight at night, and and you look at a stream or any water, any kind of water, you
The
see,
reflection.
yes, you see that the
Ah.
stars are reflected on the surface of the water. يعني تروح تتلألأ بانعكاس ضوء القمر أو ضوء النجوم في الليل. Yes. Who or what is beauty here? إيش المقصود بكلمة beauty هنا؟ جمال الطبيعة اللي يقصد فيه. Yes. Here, similing in the phrase that smile. شوف هنا في simile في تشبيه. وكأنه الطبيعة تبتسم مثل ما يبتسم الإنسان أو الشخص أو الكائن البشري. Yes. Okay, thank you very much. If you have time, go back to these questions and discuss them because time is up now. I hope that you got an idea about this poetry. طبعا أنتم باعتباركم طلاب أدبي عشان كذا الدروس تكون لها علاقة بالدراما بالأدب هاي الأشياء. تبقى لكم تقريبا درس واحد اللي هو strange happenings. Inshallah we study it. I will tell you after some weeks. Inshallah we study it. Okay. Do you have any questions about our lesson?